What's up, Xbox nerds? Xbox universe, Xbox mob, squad, geeks, freaks, nation, tribe, army. What's good? another day in the life of Xbox. Let's see. I did a video this morning on Final Fantasy, but now a new Killer Instinct is in the works. And I seen this article on Gamers Rant. So a new Killer Instinct is in development. So probably Killer Instinct 4. Let's see, they got KI1, KI2, KI3. So Killer Instinct 4. So probably a new keep the fan base happy, man. Killer Instinct got a nice little fan base. People that have been following the game since day one. And once Rare, linked up with Microsoft, man, they haven't looked back since. And the last Killer Instinct they did on, which is 3, that was pretty good. So, the game is pretty good. Got a nice catalog of fighters to deal with, nice level designs, nice story mode, and the game is fun. Anyway, found this article. It says here, new Killer Instinct game could be in development. A new rumor began to circulate online indicating that Microsoft has seemingly found a studio to actively develop a new Killer Instinct game. They say originally beginning as a Nintendo IP for the SNES and the N64 system. Actually, it's wrong. It started in the arcade. But anyway, Killer Instinct transferred right to Microsoft once the corporation purchased the developer Rare. Killer Instinct would eventually be revived as a free-to-play launch title for Xbox One, and will go on to have 3+ seasons of updates over the course of multiple years, quickly becoming a fan favorite title. Unfortunately, Microsoft has been rather quiet on the future of its popular fighting series. In fact, earlier this year, fans led by content creator Maximilian Dude Christiansen, who recently started another revival attempt for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, attempt to bring attention back to fighting games. In addition to bringing back KI hashtag that began trending across social media, he partnered with Twitch rivals to hold a special Killer Instinct tournament with some of the biggest names to help raise awareness. According to the latest rumor, all of that attention may have ultimately paid off. And it said episode 79 of Xbox Era Podcast, Nick Baker casually mentioned that a new Killer Instinct game could finally, in fact, be in development. Inside of the rumor mill portion of the podcast, Nick divulged that he has been told from a source that a new Killer Instinct is currently in active development. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to identify the studio currently working on the title. Though, if true, it would appear that Microsoft has managed to find the right studio to helm it. And it says here, fans have already begun dissecting which studio could be behind the latest Killer Instinct title, with many agreeing that it isn't likely Iron Galaxy, which the studio is very familiar with the series thanks to working on multiple seasons of the most recent game, as well as previously expressing interest on working on franchise again. Iron Galaxy to be busy on another project such as Uncharted at the moment. Unlikely, it's out of the running. NetherRealm was another popular pick, though most agree that it's plenty of other games on its plate, including a rumor Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and potentially something related to Marvel. Then says here, while this is still considered just a rumor for now, it should excite the community who was left hanging a bit this past June while participating in Drop Frame podcast. Xbox head Phil Spencer was asked about the community effort to bring back Killer Instinct. While Spencer admitted that he thought that the response was fantastic and that Microsoft wasn't done with the franchise, he confirmed that Microsoft had nothing to share at the moment as they were prioritizing finding the right opportunity and team to handle a project of that size. And that's that. So Killer Instinct is in the works, and you know, Killer Instinct has a nice following. You know, a nice following, nice following of people that play the game since day one. They played it. I mean, they're still playing the game, and a lot of people, you know, probably like the idea that the game is best be on Xbox because, you know, Microsoft got the hardware for a game like Killer Instinct, so the game can grow versus having it like on hardware that's not as powerful. You know, it will hold, if you run Killer Instinct on a weaker hardware, you hold the game back. The game can't grow. So Rare being at Microsoft is a good thing, and you can see it. You can see it from Sea of Thieves, and now you saw it in the Iron Galaxy's Killer Instinct. So you know, Microsoft built powerful consoles, so you know, Killer Instinct now is the home for is in Microsoft's home now. So you know, the game can grow now with these powerful consoles that they built. So this was good news to hear, because you know, fans love the game and they love playing it, and every fan of Killer Instinct got a character or two or three or four that they really like. So the game is going to continue to grow, you know, and Microsoft, you know, they got a huge catalog of studios, you know, that are working on a whole bunch of games. So Killer Instinct is not off the radar like most people think. You know, it's just finding the right studio to handle the game. That's what it comes down to. And you know, look like Microsoft is taking care of that. So fans got a lot to look forward to with a new Killer Instinct on the Series X. You know, with a better hardware. So yeah, so the game can flourish and grow. And but a game like Killer Instinct take a while to make, because first you got to build the story. Building the characters and the story is number one, and then adding new moves and adding and subtracting new moves and stuff like that to their arsenal, you know, and then building the gameplay. So a game like that is going to take a little bit of time to make. So the developers got their hands full with that project, you know. You know, who's going to be the end boss in Killer Instinct? You know, like, you know, who's returning and stuff like that. You know, where does the story go from the last chapter to the present? So a lot to work on, man. When it comes to fighting games, man, a lot to work on. And yeah, you know, Microsoft, you know, should keep Killer Instinct going, you know, because the fan base is growing day by day, and people are playing it, you know, and they love it. You know, everybody, I like there's a whole bunch of characters in that game that I like, you know, but you know, Glacius is one of probably my my top favorite. But then there's Saberwolf, but then there's Jago, then there is Cinder, then I got a whole bunch that I like, man. But you know, that I like in the game. So I'm hoping that they're keeping it going, you know. And I mean, the level designs on Killer Instinct, on Killer Instinct 3 they were impressive, man. They were impressive. So they were fun. They were creative. And the gameplay was fun, man, and I enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to a new chapter, you know, on the Series X. You know, me, I don't have a Series X right now, and see me, I'm waiting on Gotham Knights to come out. You know, that's the game I look forward to. You know, for the Series X. You know, so and then go from there. You know, but right now, ain't tripping off it. You know, I still got the original Killer Instinct to play. I mean, one thing I do like about the Killer Instinct on the Xbox One, that you can play Killer Instinct 1 and 2. You know, go back and play the originals, man. They're still fun to play, and iDolls still give you a run for your money. So, yeah, the game is fun to play, man. Killer Instinct is a fun game to play. Each character's got their own personality, their own style, their own craft. They no joke on that game, man. No joke. The first Killer Instinct is still good. The second one is still good, and you know, the third is no joke, and then the fourth, yeah. So this was good to hear, man. That you know, in this article that they had, in the article that they just have, that Gamers Rant had about Killer Instinct, it was good to hear that they're making a new one, so fans can continue playing the 3 right now. And then go from there, and wait till the next game comes out. So yeah, Killer Instinct, bro, it's real fun, man. Each character's got their own story, their own personality, you know, and you know why are they in that universe of Killer Instinct? So yeah, you know, and yeah, the game is fun, man, and the game gets updates. The game gets the content. Oh yeah, the Killer Instinct is fun. I think my highest combo that I pulled off on Killer Instinct, if I could recall, I think my highest I pulled off was 70. I think 69, 66, 67, or 70. One of the two, one of the three. You know, so that's my highest I've ever done, and that was with I think it was with if I'm not mistaken, I think it was with Cinder. I think I pulled off a 70 hitter. You know, I tried it with Glacius. The most I can get is like 60, but I keep trying though. You know, now I have seen some players, some people that I know that I remember get down in that game, man. I mean, they ain't no joke. You know, I know this one dude that played Jago pretty good, man. Jago was no joke. So yeah. You got some hardcore Killer Instinct fans with Killer Instinct, and they're looking forward to the next chapter in this game, man. They really are. And they're huge fans. The game is fun. The game is, you know, one thing about fighting games. You know, fighting games keep your mind like rotating. Keep your mind rotating. You know, like your mind got to be in constant rotations, like coming up with different tactics, strategies, you know, exploits, you know, and keeps you thinking, you know, because everybody that you fight and everybody that you play against in a fighting game, they're different, you know. So you have to be adjusting and adapting. You got to be on constant adjust mode and adapt. And then on top of that, you gotta put the time in. You gotta practice, you know? Because you don't know what your opponent is coming with. The computer is one thing, but when you play against another human person in Killer Instinct, you learn a lot, you know? You learn a lot. So yeah, practice, and then go from there, man. But Killer Instinct, yeah, looking forward to the next one. Anyway, nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, for Dark Side. Come on. Peace.